my friend Bunny Brunel, came over to my house one time and he showed me his bass. And I was blown away with it. I mean, it looked amazing, you know, and the workmanship and everything. I was looking at him and going, this guitar is beautiful. And he goes, man, you should talk to them because they're right down the street at that time before they moved. And that's when I got the idea that maybe these guys can build me a really nice guitar. Well, I was looking for something that was basically very similar to what I was already having made by a custom guitar builder. So it wasn't really that hard. It wasn't like I had to start with a brand new concept for it, you know. Basically it was a semi-hollow guitar, and that's the sound that I like, you know. They're much more, to me, they have a lot more dynamic range than a, you know, especially if you're using distortion, than a guitar with a solid body. Well, the Fat Boy actually was what I wanted them to, the way I wanted it to be built in the first place. But because it was kind of a learning curve and an experiment, you know, we started with this guy, which is hollow. But basically it's a solid body guitar where the body is hollowed out and then it has a top on it. And this guitar there's a top and a back. So I could put if there was no back or top, I could put your hand right through it. And the bracing of the guitar goes like two little I-beams that run down the center of the guitar. And no part of the top, except from behind the bridge, touches the wood that's on the inside, on the front or the back. So it's pretty flexible. And it has, you know, that kind of more hollow characteristic to the sound, which I like. When you've got a hollow guitar, it actually slows down. It kind of slows down some of the attack. It doesn't slow down the initial attack. It slows down everything else, so it becomes more dynamic. You know, you can play a note softer and even with a distorted sound, and still get that kind of dynamic quality to it. And that's how I first became aware of CARVIN, and I was always convinced of the quality of their stuff, you know. And most people think, you know, well, if it's less expensive, it's not as good. But in actual fact, if by the time you've bought a guitar from a factory that's got a name on it, by the time it's gone from the manufacturer to the wholesaler to the retail to the store, that guitar's like going to cost a fraction of what it takes to make one of these, say. And yet this will come in, you know, a lot better quality for a lot less money. Everybody that I've come in contact with at CARVIN has been absolutely fantastic, you know, and it's a family-owned, family-run business. My relationship with Mark and all the stuff he's done, and having him annoy the CNC machinists all the time by telling them that I wanted to change something, you know. The guy goes, oh, not that guy again, he's going to change something. And they're really great people, really great products, proud to be associated with them. It's definitely been a wonderful experience for me. So, thank you guys.